Welcome back to the channel. I have another banger today. You might be wondering, what am I doing today? So today's objective is we are fitting a new power steering relocating. Now, you might be wondering, why does one need a power steering relocation? Well, the original Ford, the design is a bit rubbish. I do quite a lot of track days here and there. The issue with it being right here is it's right next to the engine, so the power steering fluid gets cooked. Also, reason number two, next video, I'm going to fit this bad boy. Now, you also might be wondering what this bad boy is. Well, I'm sure you can all see it is a aftermarket intake. And if we're getting specific, it's a Caterham intake. The Caterham engines also use the 2-liter Duratec engine. So I luckily got my hands on one of these bad boys. Quite cheap, actually. Got it for £300. Now, I've seen these go for stupid money. I've seen people sell these for £800, £600. So I got a bargain. However, before we can fit this, actually, I'll show you. As you can see, power steering pump is in the way. So before we fit it, we need to get this over here. Now, how it goes is it just sits in here, tucked away nicely. I need a driller hole over there just so I can mount it to the good old Lego cover battery box, and comes with a few red pipes just to run from over here around the front, over the intake, and over here. Now, before we get started, I'm already seeing an issue. The headlight is definitely going to be in the way because I need to get access under here so I can drill the hole. So step one is going to be to remove the headlight. I don't have a bolt down here, but it's just these two Torx bits up here. So let's get to it. So the two bolts for the headlights are T25s, quite common bolts. So the headlight is out. I've just disconnected it. I've set it up there for now. Hopefully it don't fall down. Reason being is I needed to get access to the battery cover so I could drill a hole, and that is where the power steering is going to get mounted. So the kit does come with instructions, which is very handy. It says there's 3 8mm bolts. However, this is a pre-facelift, so I'm only seeing one down here and one down here. So I'm going to undo those two and see what happens next. So it turns out I'm actually struggling to undo this bolt. So unfortunately, this headlight needs to come undone as well. So now the headlight is out, I can get very good access to this bolt down here, which makes life so much more easier. Now that bolt's out. You just got to get this top one undone. I'm just undoing the top bolt now. I'm going to try my best not to drop it, but there is no guarantee that I'm not going to drop it. So I have located the third bolt. It's tucked away and hidden. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but I'm struggling to get it done with one hand, so I'm going to get it out and then I'll be back. And the engine's still pretty warm, so it wasn't fun getting out because my hand is now burnt and I'm also covered in power steering fluid. But currently, I just got to get the actual pump out, see what happens. So I've got the third bolt out. However, the third bolt is attached to the block. So I tried taking the pump off and all the power steering fluid has coming out. So I've just got to drain it, and then it will make life so much easier getting the old reservoir off, because I don't really fancy taking it off again and leaking all over the engine bay. So drain it. That's the next step. So unfortunately, I wasn't very successful sucking out the fluid. So it's all on the engine bay, all on the floor. Next step is to fit this adapter and 2 bolts to go with it. So this bad boy goes in there, and then I just got to use 2 bolts to secure it down, because as you can see, she's not very tight in there, man. So I've got the adapter fitted, and now the next step is to fit this to it and feed it all around to where the new power steering bolt is going to go. So I just fitted the adapter. That's all done. Just got to get this one on now. Got a Jubilee clip for it as well. Alright, now that's on. Next step is to get this bad boy mounted down here somewhere where I'm happy with. So we're going to get the drill, mark it out. See you in a second. Hello everyone. Today is a new day. The Power Steering Relocation Kit is in. I was late for work, so I had to sort of budget. It is not mounted to anything at the minute, and none of the pipes have been cut, so they're sort of all over the place at the minute. So today's objective is to get this fitted, so I need to remove the battery. I'm probably going to remove the headlight so I can reroute these a bit better. I need to drain the pump. This time I'm actually going to try to keep as much fluid as I can and not spill any of it on the floor. So let's get to it. I'm going to start by taking the headlight out and then the battery. All right, so got my trusty screwdriver that I'm using to take the headlights out. It's just 2 bolts. Normally it's 3. I've probably said this before, but unfortunately I lost one. So this is going to have to do for now. Bolts are officially out, and just wiggle the headlight out. Like I said earlier, the whole reason for taking the headlight out is I now have a lot more room to play with the pipes, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to also take the battery out. Next step is, I don't even know what you want to call this. It just sort of holds the battery down in place. So when you're flying down the B roads, it doesn't come flying out the bonnet, which I suppose is a good thing. Oh no, GoPro! Oh no! Oh no! So battery holder is now out, which will now allow me to undo the 2 connectors, ground and power, and then I can get the battery out of the way, drill a hole for the pump. So it's now time for the battery to come out. So I'm just going to very quickly loosen the terminals. They don't have to be completely undone, just enough that I can slot them over and get the battery out. So the plan is I need to drain this so I can cut the pipes and fit this down here somewhere. So I'll be back in a minute. So where I haven't routed the pipes properly, I could sort of just pull them up because I only squeezed them behind the battery box, and that is out. I think what I'm going to do first, drain this so I can have the bottle without the pipes, and then I'm going to mark on the battery cover where it should go, and then I don't actually have a drill, so I'm going to makeshift drill it. So we'll be back. Right, so I just cut open a milk carton and I'm going to pour what's in the reservoir into the carton. The reservoir is looking empty by the look of things, which is good for me, because now when I undo this pipe, fingers crossed I won't spill any this time. So the plan is I'm now undoing the power steering pipes. Fingers crossed, now that I've emptied it, there shouldn't really be anything else left in the pipes. Moment of truth. I am expecting a little bit to come out, but not a crazy amount. Yeah, it's all just at the top of the pipe right now, which is a bonus. No spillages. We're doing it right this time. And then I should just be able to leave these hanging. Now my hands are covered. Great. Oh. But I can now leave these hanging when I sort out where I'm going to put this finally. So I'm going to turn the camera off, do some thinking, and I'll be back. So this may sound very strange. You may wonder why I have a knife in my hands. But I'm at home, I'm not at the workshop. I do not have a drill. So my 100 IQ move, just to heat up a knife, poke it through. Boy, did it work. So that was my makeshift drill. I'm just quickly going to see if it actually fits. Ladies and gentlemen, it worked. That's all that matters. This is probably not how you should do it, but they did say do it in the battery box, and this just seems to be the place where everyone else has done it. So that will do for now. Right, I'm just currently going to reroute the pipes sort of in the right place. To be honest, I'm really not liking how this is fitting right now, but it's sort of the only option I have right now. I am going to pull these a bit tighter, try and get rid of some of the slack. So I'll be back. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy with where I think I want to cut this one. The plan is to hope and pray that when I cut this the right length. Don't forget there's still power steering in the pipes, people. Not a smart idea from my end. Oh well. Right, that's one done. There's only one way to check this, so I'm going to put the reservoir back where it should be and see how badly I fucked up. All right, I'm happy with how far that's gone. Put a Jubilee clip on it, and I reckon it'll be fine. I just need to cut the bottom one, so it's time to do some more measurements. If you want to know how I'm measuring it, if I'm being honest with you, I'm sort of eyeballing it, but it will do. Right, so I am cutting the pipes again. My pipes have fluid in them because, like I said earlier, I was in a rush to work, so I couldn't get the whole kit done. However, if you're doing this, you're probably not in a rush for work, so there's probably not fluid in your pipes. So when you cut them, you don't have to worry about shit like this. However, I needed to go and some money for some more car parts. By the looks of it, there's no fluid left in this one anyway, so I'm going to keep cutting. However, I do have my trusty power steered fluid catcher in hand, just in case I need to catch some more fluid. However, I think that's all the fluid we're going to be catching for now. I just cut this end off, so I'm going to double check. Right, so I'm just getting the pipes into positioning. The good news is it looks like I haven't cut it too short. The bad news is it might be too long. So it's a very, 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 very fiddly job down there. Right, ladies. I'm happy that has also got a little bit of slack on. Perfect. Now it's time to just get it mounted up and put some more fluid in it. Right, I'm now officially struggling for hands, so I'm going to get this fitted off camera. I'm going to be back. Where I'm also not at the workshop, I didn't have any Jubilee clips the right size, so this is currently what I've resorted to. Yes, I am hacksawing the Jubilee clips. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Yo, so I've managed to cut the Jubilee clips. Can I just say, wow, what's it tight for space? That is not a fun job. I'm now just currently doing up this bad boy down here, and then that's pretty much it. Pick up the phone, baby. Where is my 10mm? Where the hell is my 10mm? Yo, yo, yo. So it's a double-sided nut and bolt, 10mm, both sides. The weather's lovely today. Don't know if you guys can see. It's raining. I'm fitting car parts though. Who cares? It's a bit of H2O, man. Just think about the extra horsepower this bad boy is going to be adding. Whoa. Crazy. Crazy. Now, I'm happy it's fitted. The only issue I'm seeing now is I don't believe the battery's going to go in. So, a quick test fit and we shall know. However, I guarantee it's not going in. Moment of truth, ladies. Oh, 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 oh. So it does fit. just. Right, let's start putting shit back together, eh? Right, GoPro battery is running low, which means this video is very slowly coming to an end, which means we're almost done, baby. So at this point of the video, my microphone had died, so I'm now talking to you on my phone. I was in the process of just putting the batteries back in. After the battery was fitted, that was everything done, apart from, as you can see, me filling up the reservoir with all the fluid I had caught and not spilled this time. Well, anyway, that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you did make it to the end. If you did, it means a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.